What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you the rules of American football. So, let's say you want to play or you want to watch. This is how you're going to do it. So, let's start off with some basic rules. So, there is over 50 players on each team. There's 11 players on the field at each time. So what happens is these 11 players, they're lined up a lot like this. This guy out here is called the wide receiver. This guy out here is another wide receiver. There's 4 guys right here. Those are called the linemen. The linemen, so we're going to explain positions after. Let's get through this first. So now, and there can be 4 receivers, there can be 3 receivers, there can be 2 receivers, minimum 2 receivers on the field at a time. We're gonna go with 2 receivers for the explanation because we're just starting out. So then this guy back here is called a quarterback. And then this guy back here is called a running back. Excuse me. So, and also, I'm sorry, there is 4, no, 5 linemen, I'm sorry. So, this guy, am I going crazy? No, I'm not. So, this guy is called the center. That guy. His job at the beginning of the play is to snap the ball to the quarterback. Then, all the receivers go out for routes. This is called a go. That's called a post. So they go out for routes, and the quarterback hits them. They catch the ball. So, you're probably wondering, so they're just going to do this? They're going to win. There's going to be no winner. So now there's somebody on the other side. So this is called a cornerback. This is another cornerback. These are the defensive linemen. This is a safety. There can be 2 safeties or 1 safety. We're going to go with the 2 safety back. Then there is 2 linebackers, or there can be 1 linebacker. Since we have 2 safeties, there can only be 1 linebacker. So we're going to do 1 linebacker backfield. So there, 1 linebacker. So here we go. The job of the offensive lineman is to take on the defensive lineman and not let them get to their quarterback. Their job is to tackle their quarterback. So, their job is to not let them. The receivers is to go out and catch the ball. Oh, wait, no, that's the cornerback. The receiver's job is to go out and catch the ball. The cornerback is to stay with them and not let them catch the ball. So, safeties. If the cornerback, for whatever reason, doesn't do their job and block their receiver, the safeties are basically a last resort. Just in case the cornerback completely blew it, it's up to the safety to get him. The safety, let's say the cornerback read it wrong and goes down here. And now the receiver's wide open over here. This guy's right here. He's just going to go get him. So, that's the point of safeties. Now, this is a middle linebacker. His job is to watch the running back. Or if anything else opens up, like they bring out an extra receiver, because before the play starts, they can bring out an extra receiver. He goes either gets the running back or him. All right, so let's talk about running back. Let me clear this. Yeah, so let me clear this up. Make it a little cleaner. I'm gonna go. Okay, so here we go. The running back can either go out for a pass, like the receiver, or the quarterback can just give it to the running back. That is called a handoff. A throw is called a pass. So now that's basically offense and defense. So now but the game is much more. So now let's talk about scoring. Let me just delete these guys. So there are a few ways to score in American football, but not every single one happens in every single game. So 3 of these will happen in every single American football game. One of these rarely happens every year. So here we go. At the end of the field, this model that I have doesn't show them. But there is this yellow, this yellow thing. It's called a field goal post. Now, there might come as a surprise, but there is kicking in football. And not like the other football. I'm saying like American football. So there is a kicker back here. There's a holder right here. I forget the number, but there's a few linemen. And then there's the center. So he gives the ball to the holder, and the kicker comes up and kicks the ball. Now, defense on this play is a little tricky. There's a safety all the way back just in case the kick is low. He can grab it and run. Or there's defensive linemen on this play too that can try to get around the offensive lineman and block the kick. All right, so that is called a field goal. And if the kicker gets the kick off without it being blocked, or the safety picking it up, now it's not just automatic points. The ball has to go through the goal post. So, for instance, that wouldn't count, that wouldn't count, that wouldn't count, that wouldn't count, but this would. That would count. The ball ending up right here, that would count. Ball ending up over here, no. Ball ending up over here, no. No. So, yeah, that's our first way to score. That is for 3 points. Our next one is called a touchdown. Now, you've probably heard people say this before. Now, if you hear somebody say TD, it also means they're talking about touchdown. A lot of times they'll say touchdown, but there's instances where they'll say TD. So, be on the lookout for that. So, here we go. Let me erase that. Now, let's go here. All right. So, now, the next thing that we're going to look at is touchdowns. So, here's the way to score touchdowns. So, remember how I said the receiver would go out for a pass earlier? Well, and remember how I said the corner's job was to block him? Well, this is why. Because if he doesn't block him, that receiver is going to waddle all the way to the end of the field and score something we call a touchdown. Now, quarterbacks can also run. Quarterbacks can run. Same thing with running backs. Almost every position, not at the same time, but eventually every position, including offensive linemen, there is a chance to score. Like there was an instance where this guy, he threw it up. It was like the defense touched it. If the defense touches it, it's like it was a. So basically, oh wait, we actually have to go over this before I tell you, just because you won't get it. So a fumble. What is a? Actually, no, we're going over scoring, so I'll tell you that after. But here we go. So I'm gonna draw another field goal post after a touchdown. A touchdown is worth 6 points. So after a touchdown, you have a chance to do something called the extra point. Now, it's the same thing as a field goal, except it's only worth 1 point this time, and a lot of times people get it. So that's the extra point. Now, we're going to move on to turnovers. So there's something called a fumble, and it's where a player is running and drops the ball, and the other team picks it up and runs. Or his teammates see that he dropped the ball, pick it up, and run. Then there's interceptions, where it's when the quarterback throws the ball. So that's going to be our quarterback. He throws the ball to his receiver, but he makes a bad read, and the cornerback comes over there and gets it. So he runs down the field and scores a touchdown. That's called a pick six. Now these two, they're trying to chase after him, so it's everybody else on the field. Oh yeah, that is an interception, and then fumble is the same thing, like we said, just on the ground. And then here we go. So back to what I was saying about anybody can score. So this guy fumbled, balls on the ground. An offensive lineman picked it up and ran for a touchdown. So it is possible. It's not likely, and it doesn't happen every season, but it is possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found that useful. So yeah, oh wait, no, there's one thing we have to cover. So at the beginning of every game and at the end, after every touchdown, they do something called a kickoff, where this team kind of lined up similar to this. And then there's the kicker right here. And then this team is lined up similar to this. There's 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, and then there's this guy back here. So what is this? What is this? What are we looking at right now? So this is after a touchdown. It's time to give the ball to the other team. So they do something called a kickoff. So this guy, kicks. Oh my lord. So this guy. Sorry. So this guy kicks the ball to this guy. And his job is to try to run and score a touchdown. These guys' job is to block for their team. These guys are to try to get him. But a lot of times those guys are blocking. So it's a challenge, but then there's always one that gets him. So yeah, this was how to play American football. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye!